Good morning, everybody. Mom Terry here, along with our adorable, fabulous co-star, Miss Lucy. And boy, this is going to be a long one. Hopefully not too boring. I thought I'd check in, let you know what I'm up to. Marie over at Camp Her, RV Camp Her. Got to get that one right. She has questions. I have answers. So we're going to try to put it all together. So this is basically a chit-chat one. But we're going to start with first things first. All right, so, and, we're going to talk about stealth camping, a really big trip, how my camper van's coming together, die cutting, making money. So we're going to level it. And if I forget anything, leave it in the comments below. Also, please it helps in the algorithm. It really helps me an awful lot. Yes. All right. So how is the insomnia treatment coming? Okay. I can hear some of my viewers, oh my God, she gave up camping, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, I have to make friends with my bed. And, it may take a while. I actually see progress. I have had chronic insomnia long-term since the mid-'80s, and it was really bad in the 90s. So we're talking 25 years ago that it got really, really bad. And so what's the progress I've been making? Most people love their bed. I hate my bed. So for now, what I have to do is just stay in bed like at 9 o'clock, watch some TV shows, be friends with the bed and everything, and then gradually lower myself down. Some nights I'm successful, some nights I'm not successful. Last night I had a panic attack as I was ready to go to sleep. And it's so funny. It's like I have a panic attack on the bed. So immediately I run to the floor and I can fall asleep just like that on the floor. But that's not what my goal is. My goal is to conquer this fear, get over it. So it may take a while. And while things are taking a while, I'm also, I went through phase 1 and phase 2 for my surgery that's coming up mid-October. So that's pretty good. And we have an airplane going overhead. Anyhow, all right, so let's talk about the craftiest camper van in all the West. I am so excited about it, and I'm going to turn the camera around, and it looks bad. As you know, I put in a lot of bins in my van, and now because thank my ex-husband, I have the space to actually sort things and think things out before I get on the road. So I'm going to turn the camera around, and oh my gosh, it looks bad in here. But you know what? It's just like a painting, people always try to paint a pretty painting by making it from start to finish pretty, and that's not the way it works. You got to have an ugly painting, and then the last 10% of your painting time, all of a sudden everything comes together. Well, let's look at my ugly stuff. All right, so yesterday, what I did was anything that's not a bead, almost, like my little bags to store beads in. I have a whole thing, small, medium, and large bags. That's my containers. Stencils and stencil spray for my earrings. And you guys don't need any of this. I'm going to tell you what our first project will be. I love stickers. Those are just little bead stickers. And these are, nurses love buying earrings. Isn't that stinking cute? And I got this on what's it called? Clearance. So I got a lot of stickers. And what are you? Okay, these are the beads that I'm sorting through. I have a million silver beads. Like I said, I get everything dirt cheap in Quartzite, Arizona. And here's the bed. This is, and I have to clear it every night. But what I'm trying to do today is sort all kinds of beads so I can get the beads going. And this is just me. This is my obsession. And these are all beads for earrings. So yeah, I probably have like 20 little bins on the bed. And what it is they will be put back in the van. Yay, can't wait. Look at that. I told you I love quartzite. Well, anything with a Q on it is from quartzite. Oh, that's Hobby Lobby. That's not quartzite. But, oh my gosh, I get the cheapest beads in quartzite. But, yeah, this place is disgusting, isn't it? Okay, you saw that. One of the things I sent away for is a new tripod, and it said it was delivered yesterday. They were wrong. All right, give me a minute to set this up. All right, I think we got it there. The other thing is, yesterday I discovered I live down the street from Daiso. So we're going back to Daiso and getting some really cheap crafting supplies. I know a lot of people don't live there close to a Daiso, but when you get to the coast, that's where they're at. And oh my gosh, I found the neatest little coffee maker for camping. So yeah, I'm going to do a video on that. And I'm going to show you a lot. I got my bumper sticker from the RTR last year. So my goal is to have some postcards from Terry stickers like this when I go to the RTR. And I have a full listing of all the RTR videos I'm going to do. So if you're planning on coming, oh my gosh, it's going to be so comprehensive. Like, where are the food pantries, how to take showers, just everything, the shopping, the restaurants, which one's cheap and a value price, what to do for activities. You know, someone wrote in, like, for the woman's RTR, what's she going to do with her husband? Oh my gosh, there's so much to do in Quartzite. I mean, it really comes to town. To life. I mean, you know, you have the yacht club where there's line dancing. There's so many activities. The gem club. If you want to learn how to do the lapidary, where you actually find the big rocks and cut it down. There's metal detecting. There's gold panning. I mean, you will not be bored in Quartzite. And that's my number one goal, is to be a leader. Well, no, my number one goal is to get the van up. And I need it up and running. It's going to be beautiful. So also what I did was my friend wasn't using his file folders, so I decided to make up a bunch of file folders for all my little tasks. Like I said, my goal is to raise my income up to $1,000 per month in 1 year. Now, it may start like in 1 month I made $5. Next month, double it, $10. Next month, $20. But if you keep doubling it every month, you're there. It takes a while to get these legs to stand. So I'll show you some of my folders real quick. Okay, that one was sleep. Yes, it would be so much to get rid, it would help me to get rid of the backaches by getting that surgery done. All right, so here's postcards from Terry. I have a lot of goals. I hopefully will set up a patron site, and I have to figure out what extra to give you. I love the carpetbagger. He does all the postcards for everybody, but I may actually do a couple of live streams on videos. All right, so we're talking about, okay, I want to increase my income by $1,000 a month. But here's the caveat. You can also lower your expenses. So are there ways, you know, I mean, it may be like I make $700 more a month, but I've lowered my bills by $400 a month. Can it be done? You bet. You know how good I am. So that's one file folder right there. Lower my bills. All right. Here's a good money maker. Okay, so I think I've told you before, you know, with the traumatic brain injury, you know, when I was working with my second ex-husband, he would just tell me sign the IRS paperwork. Well, I didn't know he wasn't putting any money in my Social Security. So I have to get 8 more semesters in my Social Security. And the good news is my ex-husband and I were married for 10 years, so I get to collect some of his Social Security. That's one of my streams of income. Hey, we have length folders right there. All right, but then I'm not all work. I do have some fun stuff. All right, so I'm working on sparkles, as you can tell, all the little bins and everything. But sparkles, in order to get it ready, I got to get all my crafting supplies in. I have my bug screen material, and also I'm going to make one more window covering with not only the Reflectix but the corrugated plastic, and I'm going to show you how to do that, but one step at a time. And you know, did I show you postcards by Terry? I did. All right, so my goal is to get it up to 10,000 viewers. It can be done. And you know what? I'm going to ask you all for help. When the craftiest camper van of the West is done, petition over at Cheap RV Living that y'all want to get a really good video of it while I'm in Quartzite, you know, and see if Bob will do a video of it. I know there's a lot of, you know, it's hard to, I love camping, okay? And I love crafting. So, you know, it is hard. All right, so that's my upgrade on sparkles. Oh, and I got to fix my 12 volt. I blew my 12 volt. Plugging in too many appliances. Did not read the instructions. All right, so my other thing is Quartzite 2023. And like I said, I'm going to be out there for a month. And I want to, number one, so I'm working on so many goals, you know, the videos, where to go, what to do. But I also want to do interviews with other nomads. How are they making a living? Where do they go? You know, so there's going to be, oh my gosh, my goal is to get all the film out of this camera and, you know, have a lot of film to do all these interviews. I want to do what are they living in? I want to do better video tours. You know, last year I was really nervous, so I didn't do that. And the other thing I failed to do was we have open house one day for really you know, ambulances and school buses and stuff like that, and the other day for the normals, the cars and the vans. But I didn't do an open house, so I'm going to do an open house. I'm going to have business cards ready. I'm going to have it all set up, because you know why? It's the craftiest camper van of the West. Yep. All right. So, and I told you my big goal is to get interviewed by Bob Wells. That would really launch my channel and really get me so much closer to my goal. Now then, my last file folder, it's called A Really Big Trip. Now what is a really big trip? I told you, I know inflation is crazy and everything, but I do want to go to the East Coast to visit my sister. I miss my sister. But, you know, gas prices went up 50 cents a gallon just this week. So, hey, anybody want to send Terry any mail? That's called e-begging. But no, I really want to go see my sister. I really miss her. Well, both my sisters. But the only way to get there for me is either to drive or fly. And I miss places like Mystic, Connecticut. Oh my gosh, Salem, Massachusetts. That was all part of the Creepy Tour. So if you guys have any places that you want me to stop, yes, Leilani, I will probably be driving through. Go ahead and write it in the comments below if you have any ideas for the what would be fun for me to see. Now I'm going to show you my little route. By the way, I hate the fact that I'm going to miss Deadwood this year, but anyhow, so we're down here almost in Mexico, and we're going to start really traveling once we get to San Francisco, lower Santa Barbara. I mean, I'm really good with Southern California, not good with Northern California, and we're just going to follow the coast all the way up. Yeah, I'll stop in Seattle, Washington, and maybe British Columbia, Vancouver up there. And then we're going to swing across the United States. I haven't figured any of that part out. What I'm trying to do is be as energy efficient as possible. Let me look at the map real quick. All right, so swinging across, but we may go to North Dakota. Okay, is that where Glacier National Park is? And then swing down to Deadwood. I love that whole area of South Dakota. It's absolutely wonderful. Do I have that right? South Dakota, where Mount Rushmore is? Okay, I could be right. Just remember, I am sleep deprived. Sleep deprived, hold on. So most of this has not been planned out. But yeah, we're going to go as far north as I can. In Michigan, on this side of Michigan, it's Traverse Island, and they have like these little gnome homes that people actually live in. So I'm going to check that out. Up to Niagara Falls. I'm not sure how much Maine I want to explore. I don't know anything really about Maine. I don't. And so doesn't that sound like a lot of fun? New York City, I'm going to stay at Floyd Bennett Field, and that's in Brooklyn. And I want to explore more of Brooklyn. Brooklyn has a lot to offer, but so does New York City. My son lives out there. Of course, Cape May, New Jersey, where all the Victorian houses are. Wildwood, New Jersey, where the doo-wop architecture is. And Atlantic City, where the casinos are. And do I stealth camp at those casinos? You bet I do. Malterry has no fear. Now then, North Carolina, South Carolina, excellent, excellent Chinese food. Love it. But there's also, I have it written right here, south of the border. Go ahead and Google it. It's the weirdest place, and I heard it's still open. And I don't think we're going to go down into Florida, but if we do, it'll be St. Augustine, Florida. St. Augustine, Florida is the oldest city in the U.S. or in Florida. I'm not sure, because I know the Spaniards got there or somebody did. Anyhow, so I'm not sure how much Florida I'm going to investigate, But I do want to come down to New Orleans. Y'all know I love New Orleans. It's so good. We're going to go again to Memphis, Tennessee, San Antonio, where the River Walk is. Love it. I want to see Roswell again. I only spent one day at Roswell. There's so much to see and do there. Believe it or not, they actually have really good museums and a nice little state park. So we're going to spend a lot of time there. And the Walmart in Roswell doesn't care if you camp overnight. Tombstone, Arizona. Like I said, this is a really, really big trip. I love Tombstone, Arizona. And there was some place, oh, Roswell, New Mexico. There's not a lot there. Texas, Houston. We talked about the Riverwalk and the Alamo. I might camp on the beach in Texas, not sure. And then back to SoCal. So is that not a really big trip? Oh my gosh, and I'm so excited for it. It's gonna be expensive. It has to be well planned. Like I said, I haven't watched the news now in over a month. My roommate watches the news, and he doesn't tell me much, which is good, which keeps me sane. So let's talk about my favorite thing, art. All right, a lot of people are worried, and you know, is it expensive? Well, yeah, okay, here's how I do my budget. Okay, I spend $5 a day on art supplies or $150 a month. Now then, you might say, oh, well, you know, don't. You don't know me. But why do I? Because art to me is part of it is business and part of it's therapy. And I get a lot of therapy from it. I need therapy right now. So it really feels good to get in there and swish around the color and put things together and be creative. So, you know, that's what I spend. You can spend whatever you want a day. I know over at Michael's, they have like those little Craft Smart paints, 4 tubes for $2. So, I mean, you know, you can explore. They're not good paints, but they'll do the job. This is a little flower. It's a little wooden flower thing that I'm working on. And I don't like the center, so I'm going to put on a big happy face. I think that would be stinking cute. And what are these? These are 6 of them for $1 over at $1.25 over at $1.25 Tree. I think what I'm waiting on is I got a little shadow box so I can do my painting videos and everything in it. That was delivered yesterday. No, it wasn't. So we're waiting for that. So the first project I'm going to do, just to show you how easy it is to make gorgeous recycled earrings, is I'm going to call it toilet paper tube earrings. You have no idea what we're going to do. So basically all you need is paint, some scissors. Of course, you'll need a jump ring and a fish hook, and we'll get more into that. And Marie over at RV Camper wanted to know where to get cheap supplies at. I know the cheapest place ever, but I'm not telling until I do the video. All right, so now I have a cute little cuddle bug. It folds up into nothing. With that being said, cuddle bug uses dies. Now for a lot of earrings, you can use scissors. I don't like scissors. You know, my hands cramp and everything. So I'm going to show you the dies, and then I'm going to tell you where I get them for dirt cheap. Everybody likes my peace sign earrings. That one's very inexpensive, but these are like the wooden dies, and people say, oh, that's a football. That's not too exciting. Well, no, you can die cut out that shape in black, and like I'm from Philly, the Eagles, and I think the colors are green and silver, and when you put all three together, it's the Eagles color. So whatever your football team is, that's a good die. Got it real cheap. And I love circles, so that's another die. Goodwill has these nice little punches. This one's a circle punch. And I was at Daiso yesterday, and I just couldn't resist the little happy face die for $1.75. Now, you don't need a bunch of dies. To texture, I use alcohol inks that I get at Tuesday morning, and yes, I'm going to do a video on that. This is E6000. You see how expensive this is? Well, to texture what I die cut, this is called a tube ringer. Now, I bought this years ago. It was $11. Thanks to inflation right now, it's $22. So you're saying, what does that do? I used to call it my crinkleator. Let's see if I can get this to work. Number one, it saves me a lot of money. My toothpaste costs a lot of money. Some creams cost me a lot of money. But there we go. It has that nice little wrinkle shape. And if I do it crossways and all the ways, it really adds dimension to it. You look at a diamond and there's facets in a diamond. Why would you cut a stone that's supposed to be shiny? Well, the more facets you have, the shinier it makes it. So that's all I use is my tube ringer. And they have some cute ones over at Goodwill. I got me a heart-shaped roller, ocean wave roller for $1, $2. So yes, it can be quite inexpensive. Also, now let me know if you think this is a good idea. Now I'm going to bring my best dies to Quartzite, Arizona. See, and you guys are all scattered to the wind. So for a day, if you bring your own soda cans, and I will give you instructions, you guys can use all my dies and cut out what you want. And basically, once you cut it out, then you can take it to your rig and paint it or paint it on site. But for the next 6 months, if all you do is cut, you don't have to really buy dies. And that's for the people that are coming to the RTR. So I'll call it Craft Party Day, and we will have a one-day craft party. And like I said, you can use my bestseller dies. I will close my eyes. I don't care. It's a lot of fun, and the more the merrier. Do you think that's a good idea? Again, write it in the comments below. I also thought I'd show you this. Over at Hobby Lobby a while back, you know, they had their little clearance thing. So I got this little piece, it's an X, for 24 cents. And then I went through all the letters and I got an O for 24 cents. So, you know, all I got to do is add a little chain to this and a fish hook. And what did I say? 48 cents? I got a wonderful pair of earrings that someone will pay $50. Now, if you guys don't get it, it's a Kiss XO. And it sells pretty good. It sells okay. So I'm always shopping the clearance aisle. The other one that's good is QT. You know, I mean, you know, MA for Ma, you know, PA for Pa. Pa's don't wear these, but you get the idea, right? So I'm always thinking. Anyhow, let me get Miss Lucy up here. Come here. Come on. Oh, Lucy's mad at me. Oh my gosh. And I think I showed you this one. I will tell you where to get these things dirt cheap. This is an eggshell earring. So yeah. And I probably told you this already, but I don't even have to be there. At my art association in my own little town, they set up the Christmas tree, and basically you package this and tie it with a bow and put it on the Christmas tree, and the art association sells it for you. So how sweet is that? Passive income. I love it. All right, so I hope that answered some questions as to what all I'm up to. And what do we say, Miss Lucy? We hope to see you down the road. Bye. Wait a minute, stop the presses. Hey, Marie at RV Camper, if you're going to be in Quartzite, I hope you videotape our little crafting party. Yay, so maybe every year we'll make this an annual thing. So people that can't afford these dies, even though I get them dirt cheap, having a quantity, or having different ones. You know, some of them, you know, they stop making them after a year because it's fashion or whatever. But yeah, if we videotape it and announce it, maybe we'll get a CRTR going, Crafting Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. Doesn't that sound like fun? All right, see you all down the road. Bye. 愛してることを伝える言葉がないのはきっと言葉に頼らずあなたのことを抱きしめて愛伝えるためなのかな